What's going on, everybody? It's good to be here with you guys. Welcome again to another video. And so we're going to go right into it, guys. We're going to cover, we're going to look at some stuff on Twitter. I'm not going to spend too much time there. We're also going to take just a quick look at the markets. And then we're going to get the meats and potatoes, okay, which is where we're trying to understand this white paper for BasedAI. And there is a lot going on there. And hopefully this answers the question to one of the there was a person that asked me a question in the comments and told me to speak about this. And and I don't think I gave, well, I didn't give the person the all the information really, and so hopefully today there's more answers than anything else. So let's get to it, guys. This is not financial advice, but please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, so we can get this information out there, or more people can actually benefit, with this information, and they could also become I don't know, maybe helps them in their walk, right, in their crypto journey. Maybe Pepecoin is what they're looking for. It definitely is what I was looking for. So, all right, here we go. Fear and Greed Index finds itself here around 55. Binance, let's see Binance, where you have it at. All right, so we got at 30, man. So Binance is saying it is bearish, and I mean we see this happening with Bitcoin dropping again under $59,000. So maybe there's a little bit of bearishness, but there is like no these two pages cannot agree with each other, because I mean this thing is almost getting into greed territory. So I don't know, I don't know, but we will see. Crazy today, right? The U.S. inflation fell to 2.9%. It was lower than expected, and things dumped. Yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense. I see this stuff and I'm like, oh man, this is just manipulation, right? It just trying to scare people away because big money knows that you know. There's a lot of bullish news, guys, for these prices, honestly. So, but anywho, let's take a look at our memes here. And so what we got, okay, what we got, just red, 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 red. So practically a whole bunch of red. Okay. What else? Let's see. And we've got, okay, funky, turbo, okay, narrow, and we got a Pepecoin. This thing was under Pepecoin and now flip Pepecoin because the last, I don't know, 3 hours or so, this thing has been running again. So, I don't know. We'll see. Market cap $238 million. Man, at this point, I don't even know what to trust anymore with all these new projects, because it is just maybe this turns out to be a legit project, meme whatsoever, and it doesn't dump on people. But man, I don't know. Maybe my instinct is wrong and this thing goes to Valhalla. So I don't know. But Pepecoin here sitting at, okay, $1.90. And so yeah. Again, anything under to me, anything under $3 for Pepecoin is a complete steal, and this thing is under $2. So I need to pick some more Pepecoin up because criminally undervalued. It's my opinion. And so we look at Alex Jones and just wrecked. What else? Everything else. Let's take a look at Tucker. Tucker also down a little bit. And, well, you guys know my thoughts on Tucker. Way too good of a token, man. The project, again, I'll be repeating myself. So let's disregard that. Gonna skip BasedAI. Let's take a look at Doug. Doug also down a little bit. And Shido. Shido, man, Shido was actually their transaction was like they were doing some test or something. I don't remember. Let me see. So they got their staking active and everything, right? All that. Doing pretty good. But their transactions were like super, super fast. So I don't know. It might be a good idea to kind of, keep Shido under the radar there. And so, yeah, they're still building, man. They're still doing their thing, even though they had those two mishaps, big, huge hacks. So we already looked at Pepecoin. So let's take a look at BasedAI, and from here on out, we are going to try to focus on BasedAI. But before we do that, let me see. Is it here? No. Right here, right here, right here. Oh, yeah. Man, did this thing stirred up a few people in the community. This Murad guy, yeah. So he took this screenshot. Okay, this looks like CoinMarketCap or something. And he just pretty much just sharpied in what he thinks about each and one of them. And boom, boom, boom. Okay, so the strong is Popcat, Mog Coin, and GigaChat. Okay, this is what he is saying is, and then Pepe, the Big ETH, the big Pepe, and Whiff, they're decent, just like Punky. But he put here that Pepecoin is trash. And I was looking at this and I was like, oh my goodness. Like, and we still don't believe that we're early enough for Pepecoin. This person that has 129 over 129,000 followers, okay? And this person has no clue what Pepecoin is. So much so that if he were to do, right, what's it called? If he were to do a little bit of research and check out Wintermute, right, and how much money they put in, he probably would have had a different opinion about Pepecoin. But nevertheless, this just, okay, when I see stuff like this, it just, and this was what, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So this pretty much just tells me that there's a lot of people that have absolutely no clue what Pepecoin is all about. Nothing, zero, zip, okay? So, very interesting stuff. Hopefully that does help you guys have a feeling how early you are, okay, to this project. Okay, now let's get to this white paper. And man, today it was a head scratcher. I'm trying to read through this thing, and somebody was asking me about the how many BasedAI tokens are going to be in circulation. And I give him an answer that's not what's it called? I did not give him the correct answer. Yeah. So I thought that it was gonna be over 63 million, but so talking with the community here on Telegram, found out. Oh, let's see here. What do we got? It's hard to tell. Remember, it'll also be staked, thereby pseudo reducing available liquid supply. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, trying to figure out like how many tokens are going to be in circulation, like forever. It's not. We're not going to be able to get that answer because um, there is an indefinite amount. Okay, you might be going like, what? Oh my goodness, that's terrible. But it's really not. Uh, if you look at Ethereum, Solana, they have unlimited amount of tokens. It's not a set amount, and so, but they do limit the amount of tokens that are in circulation. And I think that Base AI is going to be no exception in that sense. I think there'll probably be a certain amount at at a time circulating, and just as Krumlar here was saying, there's gonna be a whole bunch of base tokens that are also gonna be staked, in the new brains, so that by staking your base tokens, you can actually farm more. You can get more base tokens. So it'll be interesting. But the answer is there is not a set amount. I am going to go on a limp here and looking at the circulating supply that we have currently right now. I am going to say that it is probably somewhere between this 35.67 million to maybe, I don't know, 100. Okay, somewhere between those two number is where the circulating supply will probably be at. I don't know, maybe it'll be a little bit more closer to this 35, but no definite answer. As you're going to see the schedule and how many base tokens are going to be emitted, yearly. So kind of have an idea, because there's a function kind of like, what's it called? Kind of like Bitcoin, right? That has halvings and stuff like that. The same thing is going to be with base AI. So, okay, so the administration of brains under the base AI network is facilitated through an very accessible. Bam. Okay. So this is gonna be essential. This page here, this website, for brain owners, okay, that are gonna get their hands dirty, and they're gonna start, deploying whatever, what's it called? Whatever, what's it called? Templates that you're gonna use, programs that you're gonna be able to use to get your brains going. So, and here it says it, right? Brain owners are provided, okay, they're going to be provided with several management features, okay, to tailor the operation aspects of their brain effectively. These are some of the options, okay, that are going to be included. Selection of the computational task, the LLM, to be executed by miners and validators within the network. Okay, changing the computational task at a brain is a trivial process, so not something crazy. Miners and validators will be given notice and will simply restart with the code provided. Okay, this is, I guess, in case they need to restart, something goes down or whatever, and they could probably restart it. It seems like it'll be an easy process to do. Allocation ratio of base tokens emission for both miners and validators. So this allocation, okay, ratio, it's going to be provided as well. Configuration of the brain's identity parameters, such as its name and its ENS, BNS, designation. Okay, so these configurations will also be provided, the specification of the address for receiving reward distribution. So all this is going to be provided for the brain owners, okay, by the team. Build your own brain templates, okay? Templates from Base Labs will be provided to brain owners, okay? So again, these templates are going to be provided, and this is to assist with the launch process. These templates issue ready to run code for validators and miners who wish to begin working on that brain. So owners are going to have, okay, these ready to run codes for for validators and miners who can start right away working on their brains. Although it is possible to run various tasks, BasedAI is specifically optimized to run ZK LLMs. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It's almost like an open source, right? You can you can use other language models, right? But BasedAI is specifically optimized to run the ZKLM because ultimately, I mean, we want zero knowledge, right? We don't want our information out there. So the first brain template made available in the BasedAI Minute is the Hugging Face ZKLM converter. Okay, so this is going to be provided to the brain owners. This template allows brain owners to specify a Hugging Face URL for a given model and automatically import that model to their brain as a computational task for the miners and validators. Okay, so this is going to be needed, right? So that you can import whatever models you're going to use in your brain, okay? Okay. Always ZK LM function. Okay, so they do mention earlier, okay, in the paper that ZK LLM functionality is highly experimental. So, I would imagine that they are stressing this as much as possible just to make sure that this actually does work quite well, so because they've been working on this for some time. So I do believe that, this is, even though it is highly experimental, I think it's going to have pretty good success. But then again, it is an open, was okay, kind of an open network type of thing, I guess, because you could use some other models, right? If that's the case, and you need to. But at the end of the day, this is the ultimate goal, to have this ZK LLM, use this. Okay. And so they say here, but to drive innovation and education around the importance of private, anonymous AI, it is enabled by default, but can be disabled. All right. So again, it's what I just finished saying. You can either use this ZKLM or you could use another model. And so there's going to be 8 brains, okay, that the team is going to have ownership of, okay? And these are the numbers of those brains. And so some of these have exactly like, what their functions are going to be. And then there's some other ones that are just reserved for future use. Okay, so so this is pretty self-explanatory here. And so, all right, now we go to the tokenomics. And we'll try to cover as much as we can, because I don't want to, the video is already long enough. And so, a lot of this information is pretty heavy. So try to do our best here. So this talks about the reward distribution. Okay, the first year, there's going to be 10 base tokens that are going to be emitted every 10 seconds. Okay, they're going to be issued every 10 seconds as an incentive to brains within the network. This distribution is made proportionally based on two criteria: the stake volume of base tokens invested in each brain and the consistent operational performance demonstrated by the miners and validators associated with those brains. So this is the two criteria, right? That it's looking for, these two metrics, right? How the volume of how many base tokens are staked in that particular brain, and how well miners and validators are actually working. Okay, how efficient, volume, and all that good stuff. So the more volume, the more efficient, and the more volume of these base tokens that are staked, then that brain is going to be raking it in, guys, raking it in. Um, Okay, so by meticulously balancing these factors, the protocol ensures that rewards correlate directly with active, stable, and substantial participation in the network's ecosystem. Here we go again with this word active. And I know yesterday's video kind of going back and forth on this, and I think that today we might find an answer. We're going to go over it, and you guys could make your decision as to what you understand about this whole active, inactive, or disable or whatnot. So, okay, so when to balance the factors, okay, ensure that rewards correlate directly with active, stable, and substantial participating in the network. The most proficient brains, okay, so these are the brains that are firing all cylinders. Those in the highest performing 30% are eligible for additional base bonuses. This is amazing, guys. So another incentive to go ahead and just, take those brains, man, and just squeeze as much base tokens as you possibly can so that you can retire after the first year. Any base tokens emitted by the network. Oh, this is very important. I was just trying to chew on this a little bit, okay? Because I think this gives us an idea as to what it's probably going to be the starting point, okay, of the supply of base. And maybe this 35.67 million tokens here, this may be our starting point, okay? And the reason why I say that is because here it says any base tokens. Okay, these base tokens, these are gonna be the one, okay, that are gonna be for the layer one, the mainnet native tokens. It's gonna be this based token. The BasedAI token that we currently hold, okay, the ones that we're currently buying, they are ERC20 because these are Ethereum based, right? And so what this is saying here is that any base tokens emitted by the network are two-way bridgeable with the wrapped BasedAI ERC20. So we can trade these back and forth. It's what I'm understanding here. And so if that is the case, then this wrap base AI ERC20 token is probably going to still exist. It's what I'm, hey, again, I am learning with you guys, okay, in this process, because a lot of the information that we're getting, it's not completely black and white, and so there's shades of gray. And so this here may be indicating that BasedAI, these tokens may not be going away, or maybe until these tokens here, the base tokens, okay, the native ones, until maybe they take over, and then maybe these, whoever's holding this, they have to convert to base. I don't know, or I don't know if maybe that this is gonna be for just a temporary period in the beginning. But for now, I don't see any information here indicating that it's a temporary situation. So maybe these two tokens are going to exist, this wrap version here, based AI, and then the native token. And so if that is the case, then perhaps this might be our starting point. And then from here, we just start, mainnet goes live, and then we start going crazy with these, mining our rewards here for base tokens. Okay, so the halving schedule. So to manage inflationary risk, base emission schedule undergoes a halving event annually. So again, kind of like Bitcoin, except Bitcoin is every 4 years. Base is going to be every year. This thing is going to get cut in half. And I mean, already after the fourth year, it's crazy. I mean, the reward drops very, very significantly. And year five is under one base token that will be rewarded every 10 seconds. Okay, and then this is just, pretty insignificant. But you can see here how much the reward gets cut in. So if you add all of this together, okay, for these first 10 years, you'll have a total of 63 point something million tokens. This is what I was thinking that might perhaps be, but this is not. I don't think this is the case. This is going to continue indefinitely, I believe. But if I'm not mistaken, I think there's also going to be some burning mechanism as well. There's something in there. Just don't hold me to that. That's probably some information that I'm gonna have to, try to dig out of the grave or something. However, so yeah, so this is gonna be the block rewards. Okay, the first year, every 10 seconds, there's gonna be 10 base tokens that are gonna be mined. So the first year, there's going to be a total of over 31 million tokens that are going to be mined and, eventually either released out there, in circulation, or maybe people will just take those and just put them right back into the brain and just continue to stake more and more and more and more. And so it'll be interesting, but that's going to be quite a bit of rewards, guys. So, maybe interesting to get a chunk of this. So, got that. Okay, so this strategy ensures a gradual decrease in new currency introduction. Okay, so this is an inflationary thing, right? More tokens being released out there. Maintaining mining incentives and encouraging long-term investment. And you see, so the whole point to this is you want to have something, right, to reward the people to work on your network, to work on your project. And so this is a necessary evil, I guess you could say, in this sense, so that there is a reward, at least for people, to go ahead and be like, hey, it's like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin continues to go up. Yes, I know there is a set amount though for Bitcoin, but it's gonna be 100 and something years. Guess what, guys? Most of us are not gonna be around, okay, by the time that the last Bitcoin gets mined. So it's almost the same as what Base is doing, because a lot of folks are never going to see the end of it, right? Just like Bitcoin. A lot of folks are not going to see the end of it. So, but it's still, but it's necessary to help maintain, okay, the mining, so we could have people that purchase those expensive machinery so that they can actually, say, well, you know what, my investment was completely worth it because I'm getting a very, very handsome reward for mining in these brains, you know. And this does encourage long-term investment. Like I said, we see it on Bitcoin, and so the model is designed for predictability and stability, supporting a balanced ecosystem. Future studies will examine its impact on market dynamics and network health. Okay, so let's see. Okay, maybe this stuff we'll talk about it later. Maybe that 3.2. Maybe we'll just end it here. The incentive mechanism for users to earn based in the BasedAI ecosystem is by time release staking. Okay, so the incentive mechanism, okay, for the users to earn this base in the BasedAI ecosystem is by release staking. Any user can stake base to any brain or to any specific validator, including one they own. Okay, if you have, excuse me. So currently, right now, there's a whole bunch of folks that we are staking our Pepecoin, and we're staking our BasedAI coins, and they are, we're getting a whole bunch of rewards for these base tokens. Now, you could take those base tokens, right? When mainnet goes live, you can take those tokens, and if you get a brain, let's say you're blessed enough to buy one whole brain yourself, all your base tokens that you have earned thus far, okay, when mainnet goes live, and you're like, hey, you know what? I got my brain, and I got some base tokens. So what am I going to do with these base tokens? Well, what you can do with those base tokens is you can actually stake it in your own brain. Okay. And that staked base is going to produce you even more base tokens. So honestly, a complete win-win situation. Talking about these rewards, another person did remind me. So there is somewhere, it's not here. I haven't seen it so far, but later down, I mean, if we run into it, I'll remind you guys. Oh, hey, we went over this, but initially, okay, so far to what we understand, initially, the first year, you can have a brain, okay, and you can sit on that brain and not do a thing, and you will make 13,000 brain tokens, okay? I remember seeing it somewhere. I forget where it was, but um, yeah. So that's another interesting caveat for those who are probably saying, well, why would I want to get a brain? I mean, just the first year, if you get 13,000, okay, tokens in that first year, and those tokens go to a $10 price action, just $10, you're looking at $130,000. If it goes to 100, okay, and this was part of my conversation with the other individual in the comment section. If it goes to 100, which I truly believe it's going to go beyond that, then if we're looking at $100 and you have 13,000 of these, guess what? You just became a millionaire. So that would be a $1.3 million asset right there, guys. So absolutely insane. Very, 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 very crazy. After that, if you want to sell the brain, you could sell it. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. Go ahead. I mean, it's going to be producing you money. Just make sure that you try to entice some miners and validators to join your brain and just stake it in, man. Just squeeze as much value as you possibly can. All right, and so users earn staking rewards from the emission of credit to validators. Okay, to begin staking, users select a brain or associated validator and delegate their staked amount to that brain. To become a validator or a miner, you must run a permanent memory. Remember, we spoke about this in a previous video. Okay, I think it was yesterday's video. You have to have a permanent memory. In other words, you have to have a machine, a computer that is pretty much dedicated for this purpose. All right, because you are gonna want to not be messing around with this, right? As this thing is just pumping it out. And so, anyways, guys, hopefully this makes sense. If it was clear as mud, let me know, okay, in the comments. Again, the more information that I get, the more clarity I get, I will continue to clarify. At the moment, though, this is the information that I have so far. It'll definitely be more than just the 63 million. If we're looking for a total, we're not going to have it because, like I said, um, base the base token that the tokenomics are very similar, I guess you could say, to that of Ethereum, Solana, and the such. Um, but less and less every year, less and less will be released. Okay, and so we still want to make sure that we have tokens that are being produced so that miners and validators can actually appreciate this. Now, if you think about this, one last point before I let you guys go. Sorry, it just so much information. Is that as this thing cuts in half, what do you guys think the price of the tokens is gonna do? It's gonna be the same thing as Bitcoin, right? Whenever we have halvings, Bitcoin goes on a parabolic move and it just goes crazy. And so this is probably going to be the same effect with base because it just becomes that much harder, right? To get the amount of tokens that we're going to get. Even though it's indefinitely, it's just going to be harder and harder and harder, meaning that you're going to need even better and better and better, more powerful equipment. By this 10th year, your equipment on this first year is probably going to be useless, okay, by this 10th year, for miners and validators. So by year probably 3, or who knows, or 5, you probably have to change, your equipment so that you can actually keep up with, producing a very decent amount, so that you could be profitable. It's kind of like what I'm thinking. So that means that the value of the tokens is probably, it's going to be affected in a positive way, going up as every year, passes by. So, that, well, and one little asterisk, okay, we're going to put to this is there's going to be bear cycles, okay, in these years. And that means that those bear cycles, there's probably going to be underperformance, but that's going to be the case for everybody, okay? So always take that into consideration that we're going to have some ups, we're going to have some downs, okay? But nevertheless, this is a project that's going to be around for multiple cycles, and it is absolutely amazingly a blessing to be here at this time. So, anyways, hopefully that now helps. And guys, again, thank you for passing by. You guys are the best, and I sure hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you for your support and for your contribution to the channel. Have a good one, guys.